Okay, I'm bored. You're bored because it's over with. This is gonna be part one to what Deku had Knuckles slash Shell's power. Let's begin. Restart at Knuckles. Well, damn, Deku's birth. He looks just like he does in the anime, except his hair is both black and red, and so is spiky on the end. And Iko and Hasashi don't really care. They think he's adorable. Up until, hold on, my bad. Where was I? Oh yeah, Deku's childhood is normal. Bakugo does tease him about his spiky hair, calling him porcupine. And they say Iko and Hasashi are scientists in this. And one day is bring your kid to work day, and this is when Deku turns 4, and his quirk awakens. And when it awakened, it was in a huge surge of energy that nearly blew up the whole facility. They see that when he clutches his fist, these brass knuckle spiked things come out of his hands, at least out of his knuckles. And Deku's still emitting all this energy. They can barely get anywhere close to him to try and tell him, calm down, try to control this, which he can't. And they had to lock him up in a secure location just to keep him from destroying everything until he can at least gain some control. They say some months go by, and Inko and Zashi been working on something to help their son. And this is where he gets those little rings around his wrists and ankles. They hand it to him through some plastic or whatever, tell him to put them on. He's still emitting energy, crazy amounts of it, but not nearly as much as before. And either way, he puts on these little limiters, and he just calms down. He's all calm and everything. The energy's not spiking everywhere. And Sashi and Inko are just relieved. Now they can finally hug their son again. I take you a little more. What, what are these? Well, kid, it looks like they're just limiters to keep you from killing all of us. Deku's just like, yeah, I don't want to kill you guys. So, what happens if I take off one? Don't, no, not yet. At least we're gonna have to see. Your power is extraordinarily powerful, and we can't risk you going all out. Wait, so does this mean I can't be a hero? Because despite being grown up around scientists, he does want to be a hero. They say you can, you just won't be able to go all out. So what you're saying is I had to half-ass everything. That was insulting as hell. Well, you can take them off whenever you have to. Like, if there's a villain that's too much for the you now to take on. So, wait, what if I learn how to control this? They just say, well, if you could contain the energy without the limiters, I guess you won't need them anymore. If anything, they'll just be anklets and bracelets by then that hold you back just in case. So it's around this time where we actually get the test out. his his power, just not at its full potential. They see that he's strong enough to easily lift 500 metric tons with one hand. Oh my god, this kid's a powerhouse. And they keep testing him. He tests his speed as well as throwing him off a, I say, two-story building in which his hair actually helps him glide. He didn't know this at first, but he ends up using chaos energy and actually flies. Now, so you might say, wait, can Shell fly? I'm gonna say he can, just for plot's sake. At least if when he uses that energy. They notice that he is incredibly fast, but his shoes aren't able to really keep up. So they make him these special pair of sneakers. Granted, they, they have noticed that he is very constantly emitting energy, but just far less to an extent as without the limiters. They do practice from time to time, releasing his true power, but only with limiter at a time. One time they took out only one of them and it shorted out all the power. Which he just quickly took his limiter and says, yeah, these may need to be harder for me to take off. They're thinking, yeah, we can't allow you to use your full power until you have it 100% under control. So, for most of his life, he's wearing these bracelets and anklets, and when people ask about them, he just tells them, this is to keep my power contained. Apparently, it's so strong that I could easily destroy an island with it. Like, Bakugo's thinking, what? Like, no, I don't believe you. You're lying. And other kids start say that too, up until one day Bakugo pushes him and breaks one of his limiters. He was like, no, no, no. Gotcha, what have you done? Like, almost wrong. I just broke one of your stupid bracelets. And he sees the aura involving Deku, and he's like, Zuku, what is this? I warned you this would happen. As surge of energy just blasted Bongo as well as some other kids around the playground, right into trees, jungle gym, everything. They had to call the police and as well as some heroes just to see what was going on. The teacher just told them one of the students' courses have gone out of control. Even Inko and Azashi get called, but saying what's happening, and they're like, oh no. Luckily, they did have some spirit limiters just for this occasion. They head down to the school and see what's happening. Heroes are trying to restrain Deku, but none of them can get close. Endeavor, his flames get snuffed out almost immediately, and then All Might shows up. Sashi Inko tells All Might to wait. We can help him. We can get his power in control, but we need to put this around his wrist. Can you get it to him? All Might shake his head. Yeah, but it's gonna hurt. You know him with what power he does have. He just crawls to Deku, just doing all his strength just to get close to him. And he hands Deku the letter. Deku's trying to grab it, but as he tries to grab it, All Might's hands getting pushed away. Deku Deku has no choice but to try to contain it a little bit more, which he can, and just yanks it out of All Might's hand and places it on his wrist. And then Dark G just goes back inside Deku, and he's passed out. He wakes up an hour later, exhausted in the hospital, with a police handcuff being him already. He's handcuffed to his hospital bed because they think it was an attack and he's too dangerous to be left alone. Inko and Azashi try to tell them that it's not his fault. His power is so strong. They've been trying to find ways to help him control it. That's why he has those limiters. They just saying, ma'am, your son is a danger to everyone. If it wasn't for those limiters, who knows how much. Well, you don't want to know everything that he could do. What? We're worried about telling you this, ma'am. This is for the good of the world. What else can he do? And he gave him the fact that he could easily destroy an island even without his full power. And he's like, yeah, this kid is going on lockup. This cannot happen. We cannot let this kid roam the streets. But he's just a kid. He hasn't done anything wrong yet. Then All Might comes in and says, hold it. So, how far have you gone with his training when containing this power? Rushing and go just saying, well, we've gotten, we don't know. Without all four of those limiters, who knows how much destruction he could cause just with just a stepping on the ground. Like, here's this, and like, oh, I gotta protect this kid. Who knows what happened if he finds out? Which, of course, he does, because he will at least has someone read the news for him, or he has a radio. He's like, huh, that kid's quirk seems rather interesting. Um, and it says even All Might had trouble dealing with it. With a problem like that, he's sure to be ostracized. Deku. Now we go back to Deku and everyone in the hospital room. Deku chimes in and just says, look, I know my power is dangerous. That's why I wear these in the first place. I could easily take them off whenever I want. Heck, I can lift 500 metric tons with one hand. Really? Oh, hell yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, either way. Deku just giving them explanation of how much he does want to be a hero. All my being relieved. Thinking, okay, so he's not he's on the path of good so far. We have to keep him that way. The policeman is just thinking, huh, he doesn't seem to want to do anything bad yet, but with that power, he is definitely a threat. Alright, he's not going to be under arrest. We're not locking him up, but you will have to keep an eye on him. I mean, a close eye. He goes, Ashira leads and says, thanks, sir, thank you. We'll be sure to keep a close eye on him. You could be sure on that. in which he just walks out. I might stay behind and ask them, "Could you let me please speak with young Midoriya for a little while? I would like to ask him something." They reluctantly agree and leave the hospital room. They're right outside the door, though, just in case. Okay, young Midoriya, you do want to be a hero, correct? Yes, I really do, but without these limiters, everyone around me is at risk. That may be true, so you really do need to gain a handle on this. Huh. I would like to train you, but not yet. I'll wait until you're older. Right now, do what training they have you do until you can at least walk around with only 3 limiters. So they have a little talk. He's asking what else can he really do with his powers. Well, with all these limiters on me, I can fly. I can create these blasts. Even once I made a javelin out of this weird energy I keep making. Oh, I see. Okay. Anything else? Well, my hair actually catches the wind to a point where I can glide, but by using energy with it, I can actually fly. Oh, that's impressive. And Deku punches his fist and shows his little brass knuckles like and what am I thinking? Wow, so you can really pack a punch with those. You have no idea. Heck, I told you that I could easily lift 500 metric tons, right? Yeah, hmm. You'll make a great hero. Even number one with the way your temperament is. Yeah, but with these limiters, I'm half-assing everything. I don't even know how much power I really have. Like my parents said, I could easily destroy an island with my power, but what happened if I ever did have to go all out? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hmm. If you already thought of a hero name for yourself, hmm, I've been thinking about one. Really? What is it? Well, considering this energy is looks like a shadow, somewhat, and my little brass knuckles, as well as these limiters, I guess the best name for me would be Shackles. Shackles. Yeah. And hell, if I ever do really get a handle on this, to the point where I don't need these, heck, I can actually use them as forms of or transformation type of things. Oh, so you mean like taking off weights, you could say. Yeah, now that would be awesome. You seem to really like heroes as well as power. Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? No, it's not weird. It's just interesting. Well, see you later, young Midoriya. Good luck with your training. Here, give this number to your parents. Let them know as soon as you're able to walk around with at least 3 limiters, contact me. Right. And with that, all might leaves. Now, I think that'll be a good time to stop. And just so you know, I am introducing Chaos Emeralds, but not in the normal way. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna love what I do for that. In fact, I'm gonna actually try to introduce them in the next part of this. Anyway, this is part one of what Deku had Shadow and Knuckles' powers. See you later, children. Have a nice day.